So I don't see a lot of people like me on here, so I figured why not change that? What's up, y'all? My name is Dallas Taylor, and welcome to the first official vlog of this poetry writing journey. I am very excited to finally be dipping into this. I just got out of a 40-day fast for my own, not my own Lenten season, but I started a little bit early. But I got my 40 days in, and I just had time to reflect and think about, all right, what do I want? How do I want to get this done? Like, how do I want to really step into this? And I'm finally just turn the camera on and let's just go for it. Who am I? I am a poet. I'm a writer. I'm a storyteller. And my work is all about, write a lot about love, because what poet doesn't write about love, right? And then once you find love, it's like, wow, this is kind of hard to write about. Poets don't really write about what we have, we write about what we want. But I really just get into more introspection, really talking about things that I see out there in the world and things and how they kind of reflect back onto me. Also just writing about me being black in this country and how I see the world and how the world sees me, and kind of putting a voice to some of those things. And then just writing about my own thoughts and beliefs and values and just things that I see from people, because people are the basis of stories. And as I have been exploring my faith and really getting reintroduced to my faith and religion, a lot of those references get in there as well. Those biblical references get in there as well, so that there's some kind of basis from what I'm talking about. A lot of my poems, my poetic nature can be prophesizing at times, but I don't do it to talk down at people. That's just my tone of voice, that I want to talk to you and really elevate people, especially the youth. I think the young people really need us to grab their hand and kind of show them the ropes, to the point where we A, don't have to hold their hand anymore, and B, we can't hold their hand anymore. We have to make sure that the steps are there for them, the path is there for them, and that we can just lay the path and also give them ownership of the future, because it is theirs. We can set it up as much as we can, but it is up to them to then take that future and mold it into the way they see fit. I've been writing for years now. I've only just gotten into more performance poetry or slam poetry. I've competed in local poetry slams, national poetry slams, international poetry slams. And it's been a lot of fun to really explore this space. And I just wanted to get on here to really share that journey and really just have a community to talk to about that journey and just the writing journey, and also join a community that is already here, which I'll get to that later, and just join another writing community. So I'm very, very happy, very, very excited to finally get into this journey. I also just know how powerful words are, because poetry isn't just art, it's a movement, and it's a way to breathe life into things that we think are long gone. But that's why I do this, so that we can bring stories back to life. Because when I forget the quote, I misquote down the line, when stories get told and history gets made, the words that will be remembered are the words of the poets. We think Langston Hughes, Maya Angelou, like just those iconic poetic figures. Those are the words that we remember. Even Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, they were poets in their own right, in their own ways. Just the power of words, and how people connect with words, and how people react to words, and how people are impacted by words. I think that's what this art form is all about, and that's really, really what I want to get into and build my own legacy and narrative and story as. So during my research I've learned Authortubers is what they're called. I've been watching a lot of this space for a while, and I just want to give a huge shout out to all the amazing writers, especially the women who have been holding it down and inspiring so many people, including myself, to really get into this space and really showing how it's done and showing that, if you want to do this, it could be rewarding, but it's gonna be work. Like, this is work. This is not just turn the camera on every once in a while and just say a bunch of stuff. No, this is gonna be some work, and I am so inspired by a lot of you to really, no, I'm ready to put in the work and really get this done. So that is why I'm here, and just the way y'all have been breaking down writing and sharing your journeys and the way you've built this community is super dope. So I want to give y'all your flowers. As my entrance into the door, I want to give y'all your flowers. With that said, I've also noticed that there aren't many black men or we'll say male minorities in this space, even though minorities is kind of gone out the window now, but there's not a lot of that in this space, and there's not many voices like mine in this space sharing our experience, sharing our stories, our struggles with this creative process. And I know there are people out there, there may be people out there looking for that representation, and I would like to be that representation, to open the door and hold the door open like so many other people in this space already have held the door open. That's why I'm here. That's why I want to do this. Also, I hope to make money from this. Let's be honest. You know, we all kind of jump on here in hopes to make a little something, you know. So, but I know that's going to take work. That's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time, but it's going to take a lot of work. And I believe that I am fully invested into making this whole thing work. So this channel is all about poetry. If you love poetry, if you love spoken word, if you like real conversations about writing, then this is for you. I'll be sharing my creative process, some behind the scenes of my poetry, some spoken word performances, and even some of the struggles of being a writer in today's world. Also, I've been doing my Poetry Mondays. I haven't been doing those in a while because I was fasting. I was off of social media, off posting stuff, but I still been writing. Always got to be writing, you know. So Poetry Mondays, we're going to get back at it. And yeah, it'll be coming along with this vlog as well. We'll see what kind of creative projects I can do with this, see what kind of fun we can have. So if that's your thing, then stick around. Hopefully we have a lot of fun. Like I said, every Monday I'll drop a new poem for #Poetry Monday, and then in between I'll just be sharing some writing insights, some vlogs, and maybe even some challenges to push my creativity. I want to definitely get into more freestyle, so that's something that I'll definitely give that a shot here. So if you're a writer, if you're a poet, or just someone who loves words, then let's build something here together. You'll also see a special guest. You can probably hear him in the background. That's my cat, Snow. He loves to talk, so he may make some guest appearances as well. So he's not coming out right now because he's not decent. Well, he's doing good. He's just hungry and needy, like most cats. So I'd love to hear from you. What's your creative passion? Whether you write poetry, stories, or music, or just appreciate the art, you know, drop a comment below and let's start a conversation. If this is a journey that you want to be a part of, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And yeah, we are just getting started. So I have to think of a sign off for this. So we'll think of that together. I like Be Cool. Be Cool sounds good, but peace, y'all.